Joyce God's ears are stitches. Oh, Joyce, his eyes are big axes.
Let me go bop, and then boop, and then I'm gonna get ooh. I'd like to see. Excellent, excellent. Hello. Hey. Hi, hi, hi. So, let me get this in order. So when I adjust my headset, I inappropriately click it. You're gonna see. This is gonna come into play later. Oh, it will. Once it's set up. Okay. Reset it. What's this? Volume's looking good. Get rid of some crossbars. And good morning, everyone. So. It is, you're right, it's disco time. Oh my god. I don't even know if you've heard this. I have a freaking song for me being a detective. The only song that's made specifically for me. I'm gonna find it and play it for you real quick. It's called Get Dan On This. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so excited about this. Holy crap. Where is it? Why can I not find it? Why do you kill me, game? So excited. Holy crap. Oh yes. It played. It's topical. It is. It is very topical. It's so topical, in fact, that I have to make sure I turn down this damn disco Elysium music.
I've been having this problem lately. Oh, sorry to hear that. What is it? You can tell me. Is it serious? Yeah. Someone got murdered or something. Really? You know what you're gonna do? Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. I know a guy. I'm gonna get in on it. Yeah. Get in you.
Oh, so good. Miss Jake.
Get in on it.
Gotta get my spin ready.
Danberg.
Oh, amazing. Spectacular. 10 out of 10. That's a song that you can only hear here. Because it's only mine. How great is that? Holy crap. I am fired up now. I'm fired up. Okay, so I know at like 10 p.m. I can start singing karaoke. Because we got the sad stuff last time. Got it. We got it last time. We got the sad sack CD. Oh yes, I was talking to this girl. So, it's 2. I have time.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Newfangled music.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
I'm gonna have to squeeze in.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
No, it's great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. Wait a second here. I need to put this here. I need to make me bigger. There. Whoa. Canvas is filled. What appeared to the label says distilled. Speaker that's kind of the kind they use for live music. Oh, is this the music of the future or something? Where am I? Where am I? Like the year 2000?
Man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll shake his hand, sure.
His grip is strong, sweaty and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The
Noid.
young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg!
The tape plays high above his head, continuing to blast probably anodic music.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
Wait, how many music venues have you organized?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage
Thank
of raw
you.
unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Look at this guy. What's the word I'm
This is
looking
a
for?
shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth.
London.
I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
There's no need. The place is pretty bad. Next time, watch them. Was this something you wanted? Your friend, Sal, said there was a problem with the church. There's no need. This place is pretty bad.
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
An attempt to pander to your perceived conservative sensibilities. No person his age would ever use a word like narcomania with a straight face. Don't fall for it.
Enough histrionics. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads. Burnouts.
He angrily spits on a screw that then starts chewing it. Wait, spit on a screw? Like a metal screw? Ew.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revachol.
Strike that. The world.
The world.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there are the worst kind.
Ah.
Good.
Oh,
This
no.
calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
Yeah, let me see what... He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are. Okay. Good, this calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those, so... I won't stand for narcomaniacs on any kind. No narcomaniacs on my watch. I feel like you may be laying this on a bit thick. What's really so bad about the dopehead and burnout? I think that's true, because my guy's technically a dopehead and a burnout.
They're spooky.
What exactly do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse. People just wanna spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Oh my god, I love this egghead a lot. People just want to spin their tapes without them spooking it up. This guy's so good.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
Freaking spoopy spookheads. I love the cat face. Oh, it looks like my face. Also going. Man, I have so much light coming from outside, I'm gonna destroy some of it. There we go. There we go. There. That's better. That's better. I'm less saturated now. I'll look into it. Tell me more.
All right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
So Estelle told me Noid put the padlock on the door. Why?
Oh, so you met her. Good.
He's not as glad as he would like you to think. There's concern in his voice.
I did ask Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
I need a key.
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
Speed Freak dips into the belt pack, or his belt pack, and produces a yellow key. He then makes a sudden cool infused move, tossing it in your general direction. Oh, frick, I might not be able to get it. Be the cool cop. Catch keys. Okay, roll the dice. I'm gonna keep my eyes open, because every time I close them, I fail.
You sense the trajectory of the little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime to your left.
Catch it.
Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
Baskin. Whoa, frick, play it cool. That's exactly what I do. Thanks, man.
The speed freak nods to you.
Like me in real life.
A respectful nod. You proved something here.
How long have those people been locked in there?
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
How can you be sure they haven't starved to death?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
Jesus, that's a declining number. That's going down as fast as inflation's going up on food prices, right? I'm topical. Okay, 85% is not good enough when you're dealing with another person's physical well-being. 85% is good enough. No one lives forever, baby. Oh yeah, you gotta be cool with these guys.
Exactly. That's exactly what we thought.
The Cage of the Rage! Rough Blaze!
Oh, this guy's my favorite. Oh, it's the Cage of the Rage.
Egg means the situation is monitored. It's relatively safe. No one has died yet.
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
It's like in the background of my mind. It's just slowly getting that rhythm, and I just don't even realize it. This is cool, talking an initiative like this, proper citizen behavior, and I endorse it, dog.
Thank you. We just thought it was the right thing to do.
Right on. Other questions?
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do
So,
it.
these guys are pumped with me. Now I got them. Who exactly are the people inside the church?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
You haven't even seen them, and you want the police involved? Better safe than sorry. Anything more you can tell me?
Yes. There's also the machinery.
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
Ooh, I'm scared.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Wonder if they're trying to do what's known as electrolysis of water. But let me tell you, and now totally slow down the stream to explain electrolysis, breaking up water into hydrogen and oxygen, also known as Brownian gas. Because it's a mix. But... my god. There's just something about, like, talk about the thing just being like, just packing up your freaking things. Just gone. Alright. No more Brownian, no electrolysis. I won't talk about it. Even though they're heavily implying about it right now.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
Tell him about the feeling.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
No, the other one.
The other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
For this man, even regular silence is awful enough. But that was something greater.
You haven't physically seen anyone.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it.
What was that? What was that about something watching you?
Like you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man.
Crab man.
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
As one does.
Stalking a cell. exhibiting ambush behaviour.
Ambush behavior. Crab man.
Crab man!
Crab man!
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
The implications of this are too numerous to consider. Proceed with caution. Learn all you can before entering that dark building.
Can you tell me more about this machinery?
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
Probably.
With a small surge of PEA, alertness fills you. As if to say, this is a dark corner. Look
Oh my god.
behind it.
It's finally happened. Look it. Estelle knows crab. That's for damn sure. Oh. God. Yes. Yes. That's for you. You got the full 13 seconds. Now I gotta rewind this. Give me a sec here. Ah, good. You're welcome. That's for you. You get that. Every now and then. You drop a good joke like that, we gotta stop the stream. Alright, jacked up on some snuff station.
It means like one of those rich boy private radio stations, where you can listen to people getting killed on, and jerk off to it. Sick shit.
Not that we would know anything about that. Noid just likes to relay stuff.
Interesting.
We're getting derailed here. In short, you can tell to Noid about the machines. He'll tell you more.
So how can you be sure that they're burnouts and dopeheads if you haven't seen them?
Well, honestly, I can't. But I am.
Why not? Let's go with that.
I don't see a single thing wrong with that
I'm
argument.
70% sure they're substance users. Don't let the technology fool you.
Alright, let's talk about something else.
Sure. What?
So you mentioned there's some kind of eclectics. Or, Jesus, why can I not say eclectics? Eclexis. Ecclesiastes? Whatever. I can't say the word right now for some reason. Own the church. Who are these eclectices?
Oh yeah.
Say the
that's
word
meteor
so I
name
can
for the
pronounce
founding
it better.
party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
Before we go in, what do you mean by meteor?
You know, of Meteo. Concerning Meteo.
Meteo?
Meteo, a country on Muindi. On the Muindi Isla.
Oh. And what is this founding party?
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organization.
And?
And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the innocentic system, no?
Huh. Doesn't sound like they would appreciate the dance club in their church. They sound like exactly the kind who would want loud anodic music in their church. Yeah.
You're totally wrong about that.
He shakes his head. Oh no!
Pericarnassian church is about love. And Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericarnassian posse. Love is the relay out of death.
Pericarnassian. Okay, there we go. He finally shakes the tape player as if he could break it.
Love is hardcore.
Love is hardcore.
Unity.
I don't like these communist ideologies. Look at this, working together. I don't know about this.
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
Man, how many posses does this fellow have? He turns up the volume and then looks at you with a knowing nod, as if it's obvious you will now break into dance. Go ahead.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the bass.
Hardcore. No words, enjoy the beat, nod your head. I don't quite understand what you're talking about. I guess love can be pretty hardcore. I now understand. It was lame of me to suggest otherwise. Hypnotic music is about love. And so is the Perikanasin Church. I think I'm gonna say no words and I'm gonna enjoy the beat.
Feels good.
I guess love can be pretty hardcore.
Oh, yeah, it can.
He's coming around. You're getting it.
I don't quite understand what you're talking about. What's a posse?
Your posse's like your people, man. Like you got your cup posse. You look out for each other and you party together. That's a posse.
And where is your posse, detective? Nothing comes to you. The world is silent.
Sounds like you're saying random things. Love, posse, make noise.
Are we?
Oh my god.
Yeah!
This guy's so good. Yeah! The one with the large head really enjoys it when his friends get mysterious. Anyways.
Yeah! Yakakata! The place to be!
Yakakata.
He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of Pericarnassianism.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
His friend forms a fist with the screwdriver still in his hand, approvingly so.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving.
Yeah! Let it out! Let the disco happen! Bring the disco into this world! Get this church shit on, and then dance there, motherfucker!
So the thing that's great about that song, the Dan, Get Dan On It song, is that it's kind of disco-y and funky. So it's very applicable for this game, right?
You feel like you could go for a little disco when, or if, they get this club going. You've got it in you.
So I wanted to ask you about this tent full of equipment.
Yes. What?
I see you brought your own water.
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even is running water.
It's a distilled too.
Oh,
He doesn't know what to say.
it's the one they sell at the fuel station. Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first
About
scouted
another
the place-
thing.
Yes. What?
Well, that's it.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
That's it for
As
now.
always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. See, he said he was waiting patiently with his words, but like he said, be careful in there, officer, and tell us how it goes, yeah? We'll be here. So he said something different than what he wrote. Oh. I'm trying to get my logic up. Logic. Get those glasses on. Logic. So how was your day today, Mr. Zaki? Drama. Logic. Ah, this is my logic hat. Don't hate me. It's my oh, frick. You know what? I prefer wearing this for my logic, actually. Okay. Yo, what up,
Hi,
dog?
man. So, how are things going?
Day off work in the UK. Oh my god, wait! Do you have the same holiday as they do in the Norway or whatever? It's like the... What did he call it? It was a religious thing, like the 50th day after Easter? Is that what it is? You get that in the UK as well? Because we don't get that crap in Canada. Or any of those, like, Ascension days or whatever, the very Christian holidays. Anywho, let's try this. 8%? That's 8% is essentially 10%, which is 1 in 10 chance, so I'm liking my odds.
Okay, so the Speed Freaks want to start a club for dance music. That much checks out. Youths like music. You feel as though you might have liked music more when you were young, too. But you digress.
What's the gist of it?
The gist of it is, they want to turn the church into a club, but a suspicious element has overtaken the building. It's very important to understand what the gist of things is. Always consult the gist before making up your mind.
I have a feeling that these guys are gonna... This guy's gonna use all this water for drugs, because it's distilled.
And it has to be considered. You can't invent the future of dance music in this smelly old tent. Imagine if you had the church. That settles it. Analysis complete. Their story checks out. It still feels as if this didn't quite go as it should have. But
As always, we'll be...
I have to talk to this guy, right?
So you had a
Noid?
talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good.
Skin shows through the holes in his Speed Freak's too large sweater in front of him. An open toolbox full of carpentry tools and parts.
It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
He runs his hand through his hair, which is combed back to box seriousness, and continues to fiddle with some gears.
this young speed freak seems to know a lot about signs. Could he be the techno tinkerer you're looking for?
Yeah, I've been... oh, it's just spring break holiday. Might have been religious one. Interesting. Interesting. That's pretty cool. How's the temperature and stuff there? It's getting warm here. So where I'm at in northern Alberta, Canada, it is currently 10 a.m. and just checking my phone to see the temperature. It's 15 degrees right now, but it's supposed to get to like 20. Not bad. So like, it was actually funny. Like, I think a few days ago, like last week, there was the wildfires that were around like 20 kilometers away from right here. And like, it's crazy. And like, there was so much smoke, and like outside was just like apocalyptic looking with all the orange and the red. The sky was all orange and stuff. And the like, apparently it was the worst air quality on the air quality index in the world at that day. It was insane. But like those days also with the smoke, the reason I brought it up is because like it got so hot. It was like 30 with that smoke. And like, it was just like horrible smoke. It was horrendous. But it cooled down since then and it rained a little bit. So, I mean, 20 degrees was okay. I like 15. That's me, because I like it cool, right? So, 15 is like prime for me. So, it's hot and sunny. I need to remember to bring my washing in the line before I go to bed. That's true. What if moths get on it? Moths. They're gonna eat all that cotton. They're gonna eat it. That's what moths do. That's what moths do. Okay. The young Spreefried seems to know a lot about signs. Could it be that he's a techno tinkerer you're looking in?
His look is intensely suspicious.
That's hot for me, 17. So, like, honestly, like, I think, like, anything above, like, 15 is just sweltering. And, like, it's fortunate that I have air conditioning now, so that's on, so I don't have to worry about that hellish heat just burning me and boiling me like some sort of, like, roast. Roast. Actually, on a mild tangent before I continue the game. I remember I was in Vancouver, not last year, a few years ago, when the heat dome happened. And it was like 40 degrees and I didn't have AC or anything. So I had like this fan that was just like this close to me, like arm's way. And I had like a spray bottle that would go essentially constantly. And it would just mist me. And it would just mist me. And I was just like, oh, it's so hot. It's so hot. And it was just like, that was the worst heat, like, probably I've hit. Like, just 40 degrees, too much. Right by the ocean, all, like, humid, horrendous. We don't do aircon in houses here. It's not worth it for the few nice days. Oh God, I'm good. I've got it to work, though. Yeah, like, I've also figured out how to cool a house. Because, like, I know all the, like, ways to do it now. Because I've needed it to survive summers. So, like if without the aircon, like what I would do now is I'd use the same fan that's just over there. I'd put it in one window and then like go to the other side of the house and like open it to get a draft through. Like the draft works. The draft. Like if you don't have anything else, then you can draft it. And hypothetically, so another interesting thing, I don't know if you know about this, is about like the heat. I can't be talking about this. Everyone's gonna stop watching, but like is that like hot air can hold more water, but if it's dry, then if you add water to it, it cools it down in a sense by water taking it. So if you get water and add it to dry air and then essentially collect it over there, it's the same as like cooling. It's something to do with latent heat, such. but it's really cool. And I was thinking of making a passive thing that had salt water that was saturated with salt, because salt is hydroscopic. And if you add salt water, if you have salt water near just air or just like a glass of water, it'll slowly absorb it, which is just like a property of salt, which is really interesting. So my plan was to essentially get a pillar, have like a little impeller at the bottom to push up the water. That would drop it down through a thing that has a lot of surface area, and then have a fan that blows it up, so you'd get like an exchange of the water and stuff that would capture it. And functionally, you take the warm air or the warm water out of the air and then put it in the spot in the corner, and then overall it cools your room. So the whole thing about what I'm saying here is that you have a dry room that's hot, you go the water collects the heat, and then you throw it in a corner. It's really cool. Freaking science. I like it. Anyways, we're not here to talk about science. We're here to talk about music. Hardcore music and love, yeah. Alright, sign.
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align.
Interesting.
I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do.
Sign? Oh my god, are we talking about more science? Like sine waves? Ah, just sweating with joy. Oh, I saw a sticker on the padlock. Can you tell me anything about it?
A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
Why describe it if you already know what it means?
So I can hear you do it. Sometimes the outside gaze helps us reflect on things.
Even though he articulated this poorly, that is right. An outside perspective is good.
Noid, don't bother our guests with your games.
Piss off, Andre. Me and Mr. Cop are trying to discuss art.
You shouldn't talk like that.
Yeah, you should be. I don't mind a little foul language here and there. I'm
Cool.
hip.
The ban on foulness. That's the moralist plot to alienate us from our bodily functions so they can control us more fully.
That's true. They're trying to use language against us.
Anyhow, what was the sticker like?
Produce the ledger and show him. I'll just show him.
Seems like my creation has found its way into the legal bureaucracy. What did you want to ask about it?
What's it supposed to be?
The dead guy smiling.
What does it mean? Why is the dead guy smiling?
He defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths. The present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death. Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
Or drugged out of his mind, come to think of it.
I think it may be the smiling dead guy is a symbol of communism. It's also dead. It's also dead, but doesn't care. Holy crap. I'm thinking we could sell this. Oh, frick, should I become capitalist? Better not mention it. I don't want to be a commie sympathizer, so I think I'm gonna have to grandstand here.
Yeah, that interpretation holds.
Commie sympathizer, Jesus. I think we've exhausted the subject for now.
I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for?
What about now? Are the signs all right now?
Nah. Still strongly out of sync. Stage gamma disalignment. You heard me.
He examines a small metal bolt in his hand. Tell me about the machines you saw in the church.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
So what's wrong with the supernatural?
Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched. You can still do sick shit with it though.
The sickest. That's perhaps why it should be researched.
The supernatural, so you think it's real, and it actually exists.
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs. Psionic powers, pale-related diseases,
Pale-related
pretending
diseases?
to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
Pale-related diseases? They're like, hello, sir, can you come stand next to this chart of paleness? And they're like, oh, Jesus. This guy, he's gonna get some pale-related disease soon. Pale-related disease? Why are you called Lloyd?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
Picks up some sort of widget.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
Does this mean we need some sign matching?
Yes, further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting us into the church.
Could you use your sign sensing to help me contact the Coalition warship?
Don't think so. Big bad frequencies are extremely negative. Thought suppression, dream implantation, memory revision. Pretty out there stuff. Not sure I want to get involved with it.
There is fear there, but also curiosity. He just needs a reason to help you.
Besides, our own signs aren't even synced yet. So how am I supposed to get you synced up with a big bad? It don't make any sense, law lover.
Alright, maybe I'll just check back later. Jesus Christ.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Walshi tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile.
Well, that's odd.
And says,
like, why does he have hair if his name is Egghead? Wouldn't he be bald? Doesn't that make sense? Like, have Egghead smooth? And he also, in the picture, kind of looks like he has, like, a smooth, weird, kind of Lord of the Rings elf look to him.
as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secrets.
Hardcore!
Is it?
It's hardcore!
You're gonna keep saying it's hardcore, aren't you?
Skibbity, skibberdanger. I am
Skibbity,
the rearranger.
skibbadanger. Oh, this guy's freaking quality. Skibbity, skibbadanger. I am the rearranger.
Your cop training did not prepare you for this. What to do?
What to do when face to face with someone who drops such elite hot fire?
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
I like this. High pitch, low pitch. At least it has an easy pattern to follow. Oakley doke. I'm outside. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I gotta turn off my cool attire and put on my less cool attire. Should I? For some reason, it's logical to wear these. I don't need a hat. I don't need a hat. Here we go. I gotta look cool in front of Kim or else he won't respect me. Hey, so I got a lot of things. Take on responsibility. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I gotta go talk to her. At 10. But I also have to sing. What time, preferably in the evening. What time can I go sing? Oh, I want to sing so bad.
The shaggy-haired girl kneels on the sea ice. She looks up as you approach.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you gonna help us? With the church, I mean.
Can't say. Gotta ask questions first.
Shoot.
Cold wind blows. She breathes in on her hands. I'd like to know more about your associates.
My associates? I haven't got much to say about them.
What do you mean you must know something about them?
Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
Ah, okay. Maybe I'll ask later about this. Or what about you? Tell me about yourself.
Me? I'm a silver bird.
Ah, okay.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
I love this. What about you? What are you about? I'm a silver bird. Alright. The others told me you went inside the church. What did you see there?
Oh, that. You're not going to believe me. There's no point in me telling you.
She's less prone to blurt it out, Crab Man, than the others.
Crab Man. Crab people. Well, we'll see. Go ahead and tell me. Right, let me ask you about something. No, go on.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Lloyd calls it a mainframe. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
Go on.
And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall, upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent.
Because this is like in the past, but also weirdly in the future. I think that this is gonna be like a projection they saw and they got all freaked out because they're freaking hicks.
He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out. End of story.
Like a crab, you say?
Lieutenant nods, his face like stone. What does this crab man look like?
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
You're wrong. I do believe you.
Why?
Seems too ludicrous to be a lie.
I guess so. Anyway, what else?
That is all. Hey, to the church! Look at me, making progress. Ooh. Oh, what's this? Someone's home, away from home, just like yours.
A pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up.
Ternite?
Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
What is this?
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
Don't mind if I do.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
Oh, that's nice. Ray! Like that. Okay, so is this is the church, if I do recall correctly. Man, so yesterday I was cooking a
Winter, slow
frozen
to let go
chicken.
Of Revachol. Flex some more wet snow from above.
I was cooking like a frozen chicken. So like it was like frozen, solid. So I had like a little pan that could fit like 1 chicken in because I was gonna make a sandwich. So I put it in there and I had like some oil. And like I was just letting it thaw and it like all the juices came out and it was just like a lot of like the fluid mixed with the oil. So like I flipped it over and like it popped and you get it, oil, whatever. But one little bit popped and it went and it landed right here under my eye. And I was just like, oh my god. And I was so glad it didn't get right in my eye, but I was like, and it was just like a sobering reminder of like becoming complacent with like cooking. And I'm like, oh. But yeah, it was crazy. It was like a 1 in a million shot of it, like just like shooting up. It went pop and it was like right on my eye, and I couldn't believe it. But yeah, I've been itching my eye. I've been itching my eye like ever since, cause like there's a little bump. So I don't know. It's just like there's like a regular. Usually it's smooth by your eye or whatever when you wipe it. So there's like a tiny bump, and I keep scratching it. So I've gotta be vigilant not to cut my eye open. yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, but at the same time, I was also kind of being reckless with my cooking, like dee, flipping it like this. So it's like had the lid off, didn't give a damn. So I mean, I kind of deserved it.
The snow falls lazily, making the beach sand paler still, mixing with the rust-colored sewage runoff. And to think, it seemed as though it were already spring.
How does it feel?
You're warm in your coat, though your cold, damp hair sticks to your head unpleasantly. You should have a hat. You survey the landscape around you.
What is in the west?
More winding coastlines lined with abandoned buildings, crumbling piers, salt water lapping at their dark piles, grey and red forgotten city blocks, what remains of the pre-revolutionary effort to gentrify the coast.
And beyond that?
The waters turn black, Coal City in the shadow of San Martin, a boom town. Back when coal extracted from countless shafts near the city was needed to power Revachol. No more. The coal was supplanted by petroleum from the ocean floor and hydropower from the Esperance. Everything crumbled. These days, only the weakest remain in Coal City. Their hopes of getting rich linger in the defunct shafts under their feet.
What's there? Hardcore to the mega. That's so funny.
Below the old mines, L'Océan Municipal, Revachol's underground cemetery. Le Petit Rat braved the underground passageways, trying to get to Le Royaume.
There's something called that. I think it's when people have like a song stuck in their head, it's called like an earworm, isn't it? Like or something. Like there's a term for it when you get it stuck in your head. You need to get it out. I believe it is. Le Petit Rats.
Children under 14, they go underground looking for artifacts to sell to foreign museums, and for fabled relics. Their parents let them. They go deeper.
You know, if I wasn't right about the earworm, I think it's such a bizarre term. You know? So this is actually very applicable. Remember when we were just talking about the it was just like, it's such a crazy story with the crab man that it seems like it can't be a lie. That's what it feels like with earworm. Why the hell else would you say earworm? That's like this grossest thing, like an ear in your, like I guess my earbud would be an earworm to like ancient people in the past, you know? It's just like something that goes in your ear. But yeah, earworm. It's like bizarre term. Children under 14, they go underground, blah blah blah. Okay, deeper.
After rubies, Melchiorite, lapis lazuli, plundered from Safle and Seol during the time of the suzerain. In the burial chambers of the kings, Grand Old Philip, Guillaume II, and even in the mausoleum of Philip the Opulent.
Philip the Opulent?
2 kilometers underground, in a winding shaft along whose walls mirrors have been placed, so that daylight may eternally fall upon the richest of all the kings.
So earwigs are a thing. And like, imagine if an earwig went... So you know that... okay. So this is going to be a crazy nightmare scenario for you. Or an interesting idea into possible future biology. So bugs can, like grasshoppers, earwigs, stuff like that, like say, they have carapaces. And if they rub their bodies with their legs and stuff, they can like resonate. So hypothetically speaking here, let's say, imagine if earwigs. I know, they're disgusting and all, but imagine if their behavior was like, instead of you, like, just like, they never really go into ears. I think that's more of a myth than anything, like maybe a 1% chance. But imagine if they did. And they use that, like, clampy bit just to clamp onto, like, your ear. And then just keep screeching themselves and making noise. That would be torture. A torturous, horrible animal. That, if it was smart enough, should do. Go in there, put its, like, tweezer thing in the back of your ear, grab your eardrum, and just keep scraping itself. That would be... awesome. Awesome. That's like that's something that you'd hear from like a horror movie. It's like, you know how there was like a movie called The Birds, when birds would fly at you and kill you or something, like from the 60s? This would be called like earwigs, where they like learn to freaking just grab your head and make your brain explode from freaking crazy noises. That happens all the time. Every single day.
The mausoleum contains untold quantities of gold, and that special purest of the pure magenta cocaine, favored by Revacholian royalty. Did someone say untold quantities of cocaine? Drop everything immediately and go looking for this ore.
And not only that, the sound of like cricket on crickets scraping would be horrendous. It would be like I guess crickets, like, but in your eardrum. Wipe the snow from my shoulder.
Few Petit Rat return from the shafts. Even fewer find what they're looking for. A small child steps out of the black tunnel with silver trinkets in her pocket.
Anyways, that was a fun tangent to explore.
All around her, white snow on the extinguished coke furnaces and on the weather-worn shacks where fathers beat their sons after drinking. The snow melts on your fingers, turning to water.
So what's east?
The canal you crossed to get here and beyond it. Martinez proper, the district the police forgot to police. There is laughter, lights, attempts at entrepreneurial activity, cynicism.
Ooh.
Someone is scraping snow off their windshield at the roundabout, in the midst of which a statue of Philip III serves as a destination for grade school field trips and a fine perch for winter birds.
And further?
A fenced-off yard. There's a truck belonging to a logistics company parked next to the gate. You've heard about it. Bright light from a building behind the fence reflects off its hood.
You know, now that we're on the topic of swarming insects, just no. I gotta stay on track of the game. We're never gonna get through it if I don't. Okay, so what's north?
The abandoned church, one of 2 remaining stave churches, which were collectively called Les Sept Sœurs. The other 6 sisters were destroyed during the Revolution.
Further north?
A serpentine strip of land weaving its way into the Martinez Inlet. Unfortunates on the run from the law, from themselves, sometimes hide out on nearby islets. Little dots in the ocean that are occasionally submerged when the tide is high and the weather foul.
That's interesting. See, that's interesting. I find it weird when the voice with an English accent sings like hood and windshield. I wonder why that is. I wonder if those were words that were like coined in America and then went back to England and just sound off. Like hood. But no, no. If you're dealing with a car, you wouldn't say under the hood. You'd say under the bonnet, like some sort of like a nun or something wearing a bonnet, or a grandmother. Oh, let's check under the bonnet. That's true. You wouldn't say under the hood. And I suppose, when would you say hood? In a rap song? Hey, bruv. I'm from the hood, dog. G-Unit? Windshield, though. I'm not too sure. Windscreen. Yeah, interesting. See, windshield sounds aggressive, right? Yeah. Those are Americanized, anglicized words, I suppose. Because neighborhood. But, like, you wear a hood on a sweater, right? Or a jumper. A hood is on your coat to keep the rain off. Yeah, you wear a hood. Like, I was just gonna say I'm wearing a hoodie right now. But that's another thing. They say jumpers. Jumpers? Why? You're not jumping around in a sweater. You're walking around in the autumn beautiful forest or something. Anywho. But yeah. But that being said, when you say hood as like a hat attached to your jacket, let's say, it kind of does have implications. Like, you could say a hood is like a shadowy person because they're wearing a hood over their face, kind of thing. Like you'd think like in video games, like, or something like a rogue or something wears hoods to be shadowy. So there is some sort of association there with hood. But there's also association with like the American projects and stuff as these hoods and urban projects, I guess. But yeah, I guess you don't really hear English people. I got in the hood. Hood. Yeah, I guess so. Would they say windscreen? Windscreen. What the hell? Okay, see, that's one I would never catch. I would not catch windscreen or windshield. That one's too small. One thing, I don't know if you know about this, but I know Americans, because like I would say, oh, I'm gonna go to the washroom, right? But they would say bathroom, or it's vice versa. I know there was something about that they said like washroom and bathroom is different in Canada and the States. And like I remember someone pointed it out to me, and I'm like, oh, I have no freaking clue why you would do that. Because everyone in Europe says toilet, I guess. The loo, right? Yeah. But like, yeah, I would say washroom. I would say it's a room where you can wash. The bog. I've heard a lot of Irish folks say bog. I go to the bog. No. Irish folks oh, you're da-da-da. Yeah. They're up there. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Love it. Okay. This tangent is over. Going back to the game. I do. I think the thing is I just enjoy conversing too much. This is what happens in real life when I'm like playing a game and someone's nearby. Is that like I'll just talk, because unfortunately I'm like a parrot. I just get all social and crap. Social and crap. But anyways, I gotta get it. I think the thing is also as when I see a tangent, I'm like, huh? Let's go see where this thread goes. It's very much this game. It's like that's what happens. You see a tangent, you follow. All right, okay. So on this inlet of, let's see, a strip of land weaving the Martinez to the inlet. Unfortunately, they run into the law themselves. Sometimes you hide out in the nearby inlets. Blah 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 blah. Okay.
The remains of a camp on a jagged piece of rock, a tent, old dishes and cutlery, long since abandoned. A hermit crab scuttles among the debris, looking for a new shell. Further out, the lights burn bright on Resurrection, way beyond Martinez, a popular spa destination for ample-bodied Ozon kids with equally ample pockets.
Okay, so this is gonna be what's known as a deep cut. So I don't know if you know much about the early internet, or like the early 2000s and late 90s, but there was a band that covered a song called Drago Sondente. And the band was Ozone. I think they were a Romanian Euro pop band. So when I see Ozone Kids, that song just blares in my head. It's like ba 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 da ba 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 ba. You know the Numa Numa song. There was a fat guy in the early internet who popularized this song. Yep. Holy crap. And when I see this Ozone, I hear the Maya he. It's just blaring in my head. Blaring. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't be getting all these tangents. I was gonna just play it, but you know. Okay. You gotta look it up. How ancient. This guy's like, listen, I'm a full, like, 18 years old. I'm super old, dog. I'm like 72 years old. 72? I just look surprisingly good. I got, what was it? You know Dorian Gray? See, you know how old I am? I know who frickin' Dorian Gray the story's about. The story. I got like a really old painting somewhere, and it's just me all gnarled up. Anywho. Continuing forth.
Then there's Ozon, but the snow falls too thick. You cannot see that far.
Before that, before the curtains are drawn.
The Bay of Revachol. Vastness, great depth, over 1,200 meters at its deepest. Water, air brinier than here. It is crisscrossed by huge cargo ships bearing company logos. Wild pines. Zam. Morian.
You said Zam. Zam.
And at the farthest reaches of the Bay of Revachol, the shadow of the Coalition warship, Archer. On perpetual patrol duty, ready to unleash artillery fire if you were to rise up against the market. You shudder.
So when I see ancient, I always think amber for some reason. I'm just like, oh, fossilized amber. So like you're like fossilized amber. I'm even more ancient. I'm like fossilized amber that got fossilized in newer amber. So double fossilized goodness. So what is to the south?
The raised motorway, 881. Separating Martinez from Jamrock. Vehicles whoosh past one another day and night, while those who reside in the labyrinthine alleyways beneath the motorway attempt to carry on with their lives in the snow and the slush. And south of the 881 is the Pox.
The Pox?
Was once a park, a place for reflection and recuperation for the patients of the old military hospital. In the 20s, it was used as a quarantine center during a measles outbreak that killed many children. Most everyone has avoided the hospital and surrounding park ever since.
Mosquito and amber. So if you're a mosquito and amber, let's say... Okay. Let's say you're Jurassic Park aged. Man, imagine being fossilized twice. I don't know if that's even actually happened. Which you would think it would. You'd think it would. Actually, no. Okay. Remember Newgrounds? Oh. So, Christian's doing such a beautiful thing here. I love it. You're going by eras of internet history to gauge their age. It's like, do you remember Newgrounds? Because if you said you remember Newgrounds before YouTube, it's just like, okay, I'm getting your age. Do you remember Badgers when it came out by chance? Holy crap.
The pox is completely wild now. Evergreen thickets covered in snow and industrial dust. Feral dogs and even wolves roaming in packs. The police try to keep the deepest corners cordoned off.
The problem is that AOL CDs, this doesn't say anything. He's in the UK. Aren't those guys 20 years behind? That could be last year for all. Oh, I love the idea of being, that ignorant. I love it, but it pains me. Badgers. Yeah, okay, so, See, so we definitely have someone over the age of, like... Okay, how old was I when Badgers came? I think I was in high school, so... The thing is that this guy's... All I'm hearing is this guy's still a little younger than me, which is funny. He's just like, listen, dog, I'm ancient. I'm the oldest man that's ever lived, and I'm still older.
Heavy drug users do slip through and hole up in the old military hospital, hoping to find something to get high on among the hastily abandoned supplies, or just to overdose in peace.
Here's another question for you. What is your opinion about the ultimate showdown of Ultimate Destiny? Here we go. If you have an opinion on this, then we have, you know, some sort of firm yearage. So go further south.
A line of motorbikes with armored carapaces hunched in the cold. A mechanic is hard at work, patching up bullet holes in the side of a Capri 40.
Not even a guy. Oh,
These are
frick.
the garages of Precinct 41. Snow settles on the roof of the repurposed silk mill. It serves as your station. Shivering RCM personnel hurry in and out of the main entrance.
See, this turns into the thing. So the things that I would have liked that when I was young, like random amounts of violent, gory videos on the YouTube or Newgrounds might not be a good reference here. Let me think. Now the egg's on your fake, damn, being presumptuous. I can't, freaking. Oh, yes. Hold this moment for a moment. Don't change your emotions. Oh my god, computer, can you load slower? Oh my god. So, this is me when I was being presumptuous. Oh, there we go. Jesus. I'm glad that I spent 30 seconds for that. No, no girls on the internet? Of course it is. Because I'm old. What can I say? What can I say? I love that.
Around you, the snow continues to
Hey,
fall.
I didn't say there was no girls. I said that there was no
Ocean
girls
swells.
liking the stuff that I like, which is, I'm still pretty sure I'm true. Because I was a edgy kid. I don't think it has anything. That's not true. Actually, maybe you're right. See, maybe you were into the same crazy stuff. That being said, you said you knew Badgers. So that's good. But we're not getting an age still. We're getting an age roughly older than 25, but younger than 40. So that's not that good. No, that's not true. My oldest sister's not 40. And she wouldn't know Badgers. She wouldn't know Badgers. Around you now. Okay. I'm gonna look around.
A chill comes over you, crawling down your back. The sand under your feet is wet. Somewhere in the south, tarpaulin flap in the wind.
Man, Dancing Spider-Man, freaking. Here's a one of the oldest internet references I can think of. The oldest was the first 3D Dancing Baby rendition. Does anyone remember that one? When there was like the dancing baby dancing around, people were blown away because it was like computer generated. Now that's all. That literally was like 1998 or like 2000. I remember that being such a big deal, it blowing everyone's mind. Blowing everyone's mind. It was just like, it's a dancing baby. I also remember it from a movie called Kung Pao, Enter the Fist, or The Tongue, I think. It was like a parody kung fu movie. Yeah, was it an Ally McBeal? Oh, wait, the Spider-Man or the Dancing Baby? Because, like, frick, Ally McBeal, now that's a reference. I love this. This is slowly devolving into just things from the, like, mentioning about the late 90s. Like, yeah, man, you remember Pogs? It's like, oh, Pogs, what about Power Rangers? It's like, hell yeah, I love me some Power Rangers. The baby. I would love if it was the Dancing Spider-Man and Ally McBeal. It's like, this episode of Ally McBeal. And it's just watching a Dancing Spider-Man. Man, Pogs are where is that? I remember a linearity in my mind from when I was a kid of things that I thought were rad. Like, I was young and it was just like Pogs. And then it was just like, I think it was Power Rangers. Freaking sweet. Then it went straight into Pokemon. And now I'm here. Now I'm here. Okay. Can't be talking about my crap. I gotta get through this. Jesus. How am I gonna sing sad songs?
More Coalition aerostatics. Occasionally, lights flash as they maneuver through the falling snow. One large airship carries crates in its belly.
So what's below me?
Layer upon layer of sand, poisoned with industrial runoff. The storm drainage, hidden bunkers. Rats scuttle.
Pog's pretty old. Layer, okay. Tell me the secrets of the sand.
Someone stuffed a big old polar anorak into a concrete pipe under the boardwalk. It would keep
you old for Draco
you would
heads.
Probably never happen across it, but who knows?
Stop my feet warm, brushing off the snow.
We should keep moving. Who knows when the snow will let up.
I love that I was here for like 20 minutes standing around. Okay. What was I doing? It's too busy talking about old internet.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
My hands are chilly. I'm gonna turn off all this air con. Open the padlock with a key.
The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
So do you guys think it's actually a crab person? Oh god, I can't even do it.
Let's go.
I get a big kick because occasionally, now that I'm trying to get better at this whole internet
of the Doom
making stuff,
area.
I occasionally see people
dusty machines. Then the feeling
who
passes.
I was trying to see, okay, these people that stream stuff, what are they doing that's better or whatever? I mean, you know what it is. Yeah. But like, a lot of the time I see people just doing the same thing. They're just doing this. They're just angry as hell sitting here, playing a game or something.
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum. In the heart of the city.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad that you split that up. Ooh, here we go. Tasteful zoom. It's me. Strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. Okay. So this kind of... The more the forked lightning pattern you saw outside. Okay. This kind of reminds me weirdly, because I guess I was playing Fallout, right? So this kind of reminds me of what I just played in the Sierra Madre, being kind of like in a confined space. This grotesque wooden figurine looked half finished. Interesting. So, do you guys know anything about the grotesques that often decorate the outside of all these old churches and stuff? Like grotesques are kind of like where like gargoyles and all that came from. Really? You lagged in this church? Feels like you're trying to become one with the church. Huh. Let's see here. Oh frick, I shouldn't be running. I'm a bit worried that it's gonna start lagging. Sweet new shoes. See, that's a priority. Grab 'em. Ho 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 ho! I love being fancy. Let me double check these shoes out real quick. Empathy shoes? I put these shoes on and I'm like, I know how you feel, man. Yours isn't lagging though, I'm jealous. I'm surprised, and I don't know why. You know, because my computer's old. My computer's like super old. Well, it's weird. By super old, I mean like, I think I got it in 2015. No, I got it in... Did I get it in 2015? I think 2015 for like Black Friday. I guess it's like, it's getting there. It's getting there. As computers go. With Moore's Law being that it doubles every freaking few years. Oh, yes. Wait a second. I just like wearing... Hey. Holy Christ. Oh, but I need to keep my tie on because my tie talks to me. Frost has drawn flowers on the glass, obscuring the view. A figure draws in frost in the window, depicting a deer. I wonder why yours lagged and mine didn't. A cracked pane of glass. Colorful. So, another interesting thing about panes of glass that I know is that a long time ago, when like the church was like the coolest thing around to go to, that like most people were illiterate and they couldn't read the Bible, right? So a lot of the serfs in like I don't know, 1200s, let's say, or whatever, they would
Silence in this part of the church. It's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
But anyways, so the thing about stained glass is that like all these people were like illiterate, right? So like you would have like a priest or a bishop or whoever, like the guy at the church. They know how to read. But those are like the smartest freaking guys, and everyone like goes there, and it was like a good time to go to church because you don't have TV or anything. And so since these people couldn't read and like, you know, get like more intimate with the knowledge, they would commission these big glasses, right? The church, okay, wait. The church and the whirling both made me like, don't know why. Everywhere else was fun, weird. My game didn't lag for me. It just lagged and streamed. Very weird. What stream software are you using? Because you might be able to, because like I fixed a few things on mine. I'm using what's it's called Streamlabs OBS. So I use that, and there's a lot of features in there. There was like an optimization because and I had to adjust a few things, bit rates and whatever, because my computer's a bit old and stuff. So I had to do it. Okay, yeah, you're using Streamlabs. If you go to the bottom left, like, and there's like a cog and stuff, there's a bunch of things there. I would highly recommend looking into that. And another thing that I've noticed that helps me in my games, because my computer's old, is that I have to kind of shift it to my GPU, which could run the game. So to do that, you go into like the power options. Not like the power options that say like high performance or low performance. There's like this like power, or no, what's it called? I think it's called graphics settings. If you like look that up on your Windows, it'll open up this thing where you can choose the power settings for each game. So individual games that need more stuff, I would actually give a higher thing, and that just prioritizes them on the GPU to render better. So I put Streamlabs, I put most of the games and stuff on that, so it makes it so like, especially when you're streaming, it'll help reduce the lag. And also, when you're streaming, you can also right-click the picture. I'm going to do it right now. You are not seeing it, but I right-click and I put it into performance mode, and it drops it from like 30% of my thing to like 3% of my CPU being used. So that helps too if you're having a lag issue. PlayStation Go, because my computer can cope with that better. Yeah. Oh, you got a capture card then. That's nice. Good shot, not God shot. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm shouting too. I have a loud, booming voice. Anywho, I digress. I digress from the stream to digress my other thing, which was the stained glass. Stained glass was there to help people understand and feel more closer to the stories, because a lot of the times they would have the sun shine through it. So when the priest would tell you the story of, let's say, Daniel and the lion den or something, you would have that, and then you'd feel this, like, you know, connection to it, because you'd have like a picture almost to show it. And they were called the poor man's Bibles, stained glasses, so people would be able to hear stories in front of them and get connections. So, digressing from that, back to the game. Alright, maybe you stand in the right spot, you can hear footsteps. Wait, I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums.
Interesting. Remote play. I don't know much about remote play. I have a capture card, though. And I was thinking of playing more Switch games, because there were some ones that I thought would be fun to stream. But the thing is, it's difficult. It's like what's fun to stream versus, like, what would someone actually enjoy? Like, what would I enjoy watching? The thing is, I don't watch streams. It's weird. So, it's hard. It's hard. It's difficult. But I was thinking of playing things like Banjo-Kazooie, because I love that crap. Love that crap. Well, that's cool. I didn't know the remote play you could stream. Anyways, digression. Digress.
You can hardly hear your own breathing.
Yell as loud as you can, or stomp my feet and clap my hands. Stomp, stomp, clap. Or, I'm gonna go yell.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers. It's unnerving. You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Turn to Kim. What's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
The thing is, water plates with electrical currents going through them does seem like electrolysis. Almost nothing. It's beginning to worry me.
The church just has strange acoustics, some engineering trick.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is.
Soundproofing, eh? Hey, what if it is something paranormal? It's probably nothing, just our imagination. Whatever it is, it's definitely real. Something odd is happening around us.
The lieutenant doesn't reply, but you can sense him tense up next to you.
Look up into the bell tower.
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Red check, frack. Oh, and I can't change? I can't, red check. I'm gonna try this. What if I don't want to know what's up there?
The silence, the darkness, they've enveloped you as in a cocoon. You cannot move anymore.
Oh no.
Relax. It'll be okay.
I look up there. What is it? Okay, if I'm in France, what kind of little animals? I was gonna say a raccoon. Are there raccoons around there? I'm not too sure. I think that if they are, they would definitely be imported, because those raccoons are North American by nature, if I recall. Anyway, okay. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Just darkness without end. It makes your head spin.
What's the darkness like?
Filled with vague shapes of woodwork. The sense of a great height. It's like you see your own face reflected back at you in a vanishing geometry. A strange, alien image that's supposed to be you.
Try to make out something, anything.
There's nothing. You're dizzy and disoriented as you see dark and more dark rising.
I really like these abstract artistic renditions, usually with like two colors of like these like perception and like these mental
Officer,
constructs.
what are you looking at?
Okay, he follows your gaze, attempting to see whatever it is you see. Blink. Out of sync. Oh, frick!
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes.
Jesus Christ, it's like some sort of freaking... wait, Tiago? Who's Tiago?
Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
Listen, pal, I can freaking see you.
Is that a man? Looks more like part of the carpentry of the building came alive and is now studying you intently.
You know what's funny about like things like this, like Phantom of the Opera and guys just hanging around? Like, besides the mystique of it, it's just some creepy guy crawling around a building being weird. If you take away all the like layers of like dramatics and all the like mystery and whatever, that's all it is. Some freaking creepy guy crawling around freaking playing make-believe.
The Crab Man.
Hey! Who's there? This is the police. Show yourself. Say nothing, be quiet for now. Huh? You the Crab Man? I think this is what I would say in real life. You the Crab Man.
The man leans forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
Holmes? What the hell? I didn't expect this cholo gangbanger to freaking be here. Right place for what?
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
Oh, I didn't know. This is an AA meeting?
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess I have a bit of a problem, but I've been getting out of, and it's been getting out of hand lately, but I'm a policeman. I don't need to talk to you about policing. You don't know anything about my alcohol use. Oh, hell no. Oh, that reminds me of Jared. Jared's a very, very sweet regular that comes to the stream. And my friend, who I like to play video games with, like Smash. And we haven't actually played Smash in a long time. I would play Smash. I've actually played a little bit recently. Anywho, that's all. I'm a policeman. I don't need to talk about this.
Oh yeah, sure. You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, Wayne. I could smell the control all the way over here.
Like, listen, anyone sounds smart when you're the guy being all condescending. Yeah, I know. I want to play Smash. It was fun. Like, the last time I played Smash, I think it was like Steve, I think, came out. And I wanted to play Steve because I figured that kids would like Steve. And I think it would be funny for me to destroy them in ranked battle online. So I got him to Elite Smash, and then that was it. That was like the last I did. Got it to Elite, and I was like, okay. Okay, let's see. So you can smell how drunk I am. Okay, fine, I'm struggling, but you don't need to lecture me. I know what I need to do. You don't even know me. You don't know what I've been through, man. This conversation is making me uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else. I like this one. This one seems realistic.
I was like you once, just dragging my feet to the next bar. Shit was dark, Holmes.
Really? Banning Steve is like a hot topic in Smash Comp? I didn't know that. I picked Steve because I figured he was also mechanically the most complex, and I'm just naturally attracted to unbelievably complex things. So there's something really fun about, like, I'm like, ooh, I have to do this mechanic with this, but it allows me to have this, which seems to be a fair trade-off. And, like, the trade-off being that you have to have skill or something, or you have to do a lot more mechanically inclined things, and I think that's fun.
You know, actually, since we're here, You may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
If the lieutenant agrees, then maybe, just maybe, you should pay attention.
Also, how do you know about banning Steve in the Smash community? Just secretly lurking around the Smash community to see what the kids are talking about today.
Look at these crazies. What is this? A fucking intervention?
Yeah,
Fuck
freaking
you,
Spider-Man.
Man! You don't tell us what to do! Tell him!
For some reason, I feel like you have some point there. Just that. Who do you think you are, some crazy guy under the roof? What is this? You know alcohol is essential to my identity. If I wouldn't drink, I just wouldn't be me. This is stupid. I didn't know this. It's all well and good, but we need to talk about the unlicensed occupation of eclectic property. Oh, this is actually ecclesiastic. Why couldn't I say this word before? Okay, good. Ecclesiastic. I'm gonna adjust my tie. Yeah.
It doesn't matter who I am, Way. I'm just bringing you the message of the mother's love. She don't want you to hang yourself on your own stubbornness.
His words echo in the cold air of the church.
This is the church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
He sways gently on the beams, waiting for you to take it all in.
This Mother of Silence sounds like a serious player. You might want to be careful until you find out what you're dealing with.
Okay, wait. Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub. Do you know the other spooker is? What? Points the strange machine around you.
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa.
Oh, this man is Spanish.
Don't know, Holmes.
Wait, so is there another person living in the church? And it's, Vegeta? Right, thanks. I think I can find her myself. Okay, this one.
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes.
Viejita?
She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
It's hard to take someone seriously hanging from a rafter, just freaking talking all this deep philosophy, telling you to change your addictive personality. And you don't know where she is. Right, okay.
That's what I said, Holmes.
How can you not know that when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
In what year is this? They got a computer? So, you got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, how she does, who is she?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or...
Yeah.
Or search through her radio computer.
Search through a radio computer. Okay, let me see. So some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Think they scared of me.
Wait, do you have a reason to be scared?
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway.
Nah, man, I don't even hurt no one no more. It's been like 2 weeks since I last strangled someone.
Though he used to, a long time ago.
What? He didn't say a long time ago. He just said, like, he doesn't do it. Like, the thing is, like, let's say you're a smoker. Let's say. Not that you are, but let's say. You're a smoker, and then you give it up, and you're on day 1. And then someone's like, do you smoke? It's like, yeah, I don't do that anymore. That's the equivalent, but you'd say the same thing as just, like, if you give it up a year ago. It's just like, do you smoke? It's like, nah, I don't do that anymore. So we have a really big freaking time span here that they're making large assumptions on. So, what do you think about the nightclub, that is?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. Might even be nice to have some company.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
Oh, he's attached to the human. Okay, I'm gonna ask you this again. Are you the crab man?
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
I mean, to be fair, it's really more of like a spider, am I right?
I always thought of myself more like a flame. flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
Flame Man. So, what were you before you became the Crab Man?
I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
Shake my head. So many people losing memories. A certain portent of doom. I lost my memory too, and it haunts me. I lost my memory too, but I like it. It's like I get to create a whole new me. Start again from scratch, you know? So, you used to be in a gang, but you don't really remember. Sounds convenient. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one.
That's not really the point, I say. You gotta give yourself over to service. Service of the mother, that is.
This guy's like, listen, I gave myself over, so you have to too. You have to, because it's my choice. It's like, whoa, settle it down, Tiago.
Do you remember your name, sir?
The lieutenant is not particularly interested in this information. He's just trying to assert some control over the conversation.
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
The name's Harry, extend my hat. Name's Harry Dubois, and my place in the world is Lieutenant Double Yefreder, because I didn't feel like taking all these things because I'm better than you. I don't do names either. Names are out, and I don't care what mine is.
That's not quite right, but you're getting somewhere. Any one of us could have been anything else. We are all one who sing the mother's glory.
What are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out into nothingness. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration. I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
Who is the mother of silence you keep talking of? What will happen once you drink from the perforation? I still don't understand what you're doing in the church. Are these yours? Show them the scarf and shoes right from lying around. Right, I had other questions. Alright, I'm gonna go with the mother of silence thing.
Oh, that's no simple question, I said. She is one who can be painted or sculpted. She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
The way they spell Holmes, I think when they say Holmes like that, the Spanish friend thing, I think there's two M's, isn't there? It's like Hommes. So when you see Holmes like this, it's like someone's house. Like Holmes. it's like where you go to sleep at night. No one can. Holmes. That's where you sleep. Anywho. What happened once you drink from the perforation?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, I won with the state of the world before reality began.
Oh, isn't that deep? Sure you didn't just switch the drugs for another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
I mean, faith is kind of like a drug. Whoa, settle it down there, frickin' Nietzsche. Opioid of the masses.
I heard that before, Way. And I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion with a hangover, regretting what you did last night?
There are drugs darker than alcohol circling your system.
My guy just wasted trying to agree with this guy. I guess you have a point. Let's agree to disagree. I was being insensitive. Sorry. Let's move on. I think that's great.
No worries, man. I know this shit takes time.
So I still don't understand what you're doing in this church, Spider-Man.
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
Seraph. I wonder if he's talking about one of the casts of angels, a seraph. Anyways, can you sing for me? Sing for me something. There's something always that seems, what's the word? I know it's silly, but like, I'll give you the situation. It's like someone's like, "Yeah, I'm a singer." It's like, "Oh, you're a singer. Why don't you sing for us? Do a whole show for us right now." That just seems kind of funny. So he's just like, "Oh, this guy's like, I sing." The mother's going, he's like, "Huh? You sing? How about you sing for me right now?" It's such a weird demand that people will assume on someone. It's just like, "Yeah, I juggle." And it's like, "Well, I happen to have these balls here, so go to work." It's odd. That, like, just volunteering the information means that you've basically volunteered your time. It doesn't really make sense for you to sing if she's not the mother of silence. Singing's good. We should all sing a bit. I'm gonna ask him to sing for me.
I ain't from no Mariette, if that's what you're thinking. And the song I sing is silent as the mother.
He lost his cool there for a moment. Seems you hit some nerve.
See, that's true. That's what happens. Huh? You sing? How about you sing something to us? Sing something with that beautiful voice of yours. How do you even find this place, this church?
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, way. It didn't belong to me.
So are these yours? I show it to him like I'm doing a magic trick. Let's throw it at him.
I think they were. A long time ago. I had to shed them like skins to get closer to the center of the silence. You could have them. I don't need them anymore.
I wasn't giving them back.
They look pretty dapper, actually.
So I had another question.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
You've been here a long time. Do you know what why the church was abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
Oh, that was concise.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
The mother sounds a lot like dementia. It's just like this guy's just losing his mind. Okay, then thanks. Right. Ooh. Doth thine ears deceive me? Am I hearing hymns of sorts? Latin being proclaimed to the skies? Portable Harman Woshi tape record. Or tape recorder. Record, Jesus. Wait, this is one of those microfilm.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
And some spooky music now.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
Seems cautious around the machine.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Yeah, but the machine looks like one of those Doom commercial area.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
The one you saw earlier was the Ream Civic. This is the Ream Prefect.
Ooh.
A model number RC7024. Equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible interim printer.
Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. Wait, let me investigate this. I'm a doctor.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Oh, goodness gracious. Ooh. Look inside the compartment.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Both your cats came in? Yeah, the one that likes going under the blankets and the one that doesn't. Oh, did you get your stuff off the line? The moths will get it. The moths, it's... Okay, if you're in the UK and it's like noon here, it has to be at least like getting evening time. So I'd bring it in. I'd bring whatever clothes I have on the line in. Let's get in. Moths are coming out. What if gnats? Yeah, you don't want ants on it. They're fledgling.
Good afternoon. Votre accident on Saint-Brun.
Give those kitties some pets.
Is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It's still light. We're good. Oh yeah, I guess. You know what? Actually, if you're in the UK, I think latitude-wise, you're about the same as me. So you're probably getting about the same daylight. So yeah, you're gonna be good until like at least 10 o'clock at night if it's on daylight. When the sun hangs in the sky and it becomes like this beacon for the moths to fly towards and avoid your clothes.
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Oh, it's Yvonne, it's me again. How are you?
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Look inside the core, but the tape of the filament says log, February, March,
Good.
February,
Please
March.
repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer. Maybe he knows something.
Oh, I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Oh, frick.
Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Fortress accident, like the one in the doomed commercial area?
I have 2 machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brun, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brun, that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghislaine, that's the doomed commercial area.
St. Ghislaine Road.
Anything else I can help you with?
Alright, I'm off. I'm gonna go find the password.
Goodbye, Fortress accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print.
Oh, they must have a nice keyboard, a gamer. They have the rainbow one. I'm gonna press print.
Nothing happens.
Okay, I'm gone. Okay. Password. Someone's siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna. Okay. 2 decks of reel tape. Let's go talk to Mr. Fella and see if he knows what's up. I'm like, hey, mister, do you know a password by chance? Old...
Oh, hey, Way. There's coffee in the bag.
Have you by chance ever heard of the Vijito, the password? That's literally what I said. That's so funny.
Too many times, Esse. You need it for something.
Yes, it's for first-degree murder investigating Martinez. Honestly, I just want to break into the radio computer, see what's on it. No, I need this.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrow, but doesn't say anything.
I want you to know that I'm doing this. Like, I'm just dropping it right here.
Don't
giving
sweat
information.
it, Vato. The password is afterlife death.
Afterlife death.
That is true. But what comes after death?
But your chemicals get recycled.
What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it.
Yes, we get it. You have purpose.
I think we're done here, Esse.
Okay.
That was an interesting conversation.
That was an interesting conversation.
However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
Okay. Afterlife death. It's like how I describe Cher's song. Believe in love after life.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons. Behind the hat, another film, the speaker.
Good afternoon, Fortress accident on Saint-Brun. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Let's try this again. I think you may have the right password for the personal log.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Look at me progressing.
Goodbye, Votre accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons. The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Let me take a little readsy poo here.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Do you think this log might be connected to the case?
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
Read the second entry.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving. What was that about narcotics? This could prove to be interesting.
Wait, Narcos, look around the derelict building.
I doubt that we can find any. It's just idle fishermen's gossip to scare away
Actually,
the kids.
The last time I was doing this, we were looking for cocaine skull, so
Nothing
maybe.
spooky about this place either. It's just abandoned and cold, and in an awful part of town.
Third entry.
7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking Esker series, something advanced.
Esker? Why would she need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
Read the 4th.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers, but at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
A data loss?
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
Artist programmers, Lexi. Who are all these people?
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business. The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
Wow, there's a lot in here.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
This is interesting.
25th of February.
That's 2 weeks.
I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Huh, have you guys heard the swallow? It's all like, gulp.
Is she talking about?
She's talking about the lieutenant looks right towards the silence.
28th of February, 51. Yes, The first recordings confirm that the swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind.
The swallow.
It's a pillar of silence with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
What could it be? Look at the water basin behind me.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples. March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music. One neo-disco song over and over again.
Oh, here we go.
Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good. I don't want anyone distracting me from my work.
Must be describing a cell.
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
Okay, the 9th.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
That's me. I was the one who broke into that radio computer, and the storekeeper must be places.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with that machine.
Interesting. Interesting.
No. It was a great idea. You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines.
It's how you learn things about machines. Read the 10th.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also some canned air.
This is supposed to be like 1951, I want to say. But they have like energy drinks? Laundry's in. You can stop worrying about the moths. Whew. Oh, that's a relief. Thank God. That's what I was worrying about this. I was just like, geez, the moths are gonna get it. The moths.
It's interrupted by the sound.
Oh, thank God. I can put my worried mind at ease.
A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Holy Christ. No sooner than when I heard that, they showed up. Got the Union Jack behind them, Jesus.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
She glares at you as she holds down the off button for several seconds. The machine reboots.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCN, you see.
We're not breaking in. I'm pursuing a mysterious lead, searching for my lost identity, for Christ's sakes. We're here on the side case, representing certain music venue organizers.
Well, you won't find any music venue organizers here.
She barely looks up from her keyboard, and you hear machines whirring back to life. They're
it's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
This is my computer. Don't touch it.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
Hey.
What is it?
I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
Does not look like a big loss to her. Hey, are you lead program for the Real Untethered by chance?
Yes. Or, no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
Sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages.
Interesting. Look at you.
If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Return back to the boat. Have you seen the Crab Man?
Nope.
But you know he's around?
Yes.
He's seen you.
And
the Crab Man seen you.
I don't care. I don't care about crab men.
Bear looks up from the window. Now take her with the machine's printer.
Wow, she really doesn't. Not afraid, this one.
Why are there so many machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Why do you need an antenna?
I use the AR-1 as my RAIN prefect's processing unit.
RAM Prefect? That's your radio computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that antenna is its processing unit?
Yes. You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
Not really.
Alright. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
Wait. What's on air?
On the front. The unified front of radio waves. Licensed and controlled by Lintel in the East Insulindic region.
Oh!
It's all around us. That's what on air means.
And the AR-1 is a good antenna.
I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing.
She liked telling you this. It calmed her nerves.
What are you doing with this radio computer here?
I'm working.
What are you working on?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do.
What about the bowls of water over there?
They are connected to my RAIN prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
Right. I'll try not to touch anything. Next question.
Great.
She dwells back into the glow of the terminal. What are you doing in this place?
You really like those questions, don't you?
There's a hint of amusement in her tired eyes.
They're bloodshot. She really hasn't been getting much sleep lately, has she?
I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
Radio Senator, what research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Hole in the world. What exactly does that mean?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing.
That's not true.
What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
Absorb the conversation, waiting for your answer. Interesting. So, this is actually something I can answer. So, nothing, it's hard to describe in a sense, because there's two kind of definitions of nothing. Nothing in the sense of, like, there is no physical thing, and there's also nothing in the sense of lacking radio frequencies perturbating through a certain amount of space-time. So, what they're describing when there's nothing is what's known as a true vacuum, and we don't really ever get those because of the quantum forces at the thing, and that's due to just having heat passing through the space, right? So, to measure that would not necessarily be to measure, it would be to unmeasure it, meaning that, like, you'd have some sort of sensor there, and you'd leave it there over an extended period of time, and if the sensor hasn't picked up something, that is more or less proof of absence. Right. Anyhow, I'm sure the game will be something smarter than that.
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
Whoa, hold the phone. Does it mean that we're now living in a world that has holes in it?
I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. But how do I figure it out?
See, the thing is that it would be troubling if there was no radio frequencies, sure. But you can get that in a Faraday cage. It'd be very troubling if there was nothing there, because it would be literally freezing. And according to thermodynamics, everything would be collapsing in on it at the same time. So, that means this can't be a vacuum. I think it could be a Faraday cage, perhaps. Eh. Alas. I can't even understand what we're talking about. And something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it. I don't know. I'm here for some science. I just want to solve murder and then go home.
You measure it by its surroundings. By that which does exist. Which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence. To find out where it begins.
Oh, interesting.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
Silence starting to circle the basin, look like some ancient ritual.
But does it have anything to do with necroplasmic life forms? Ghosts in everyday parlance.
So, I was wrong. They weren't using those water dishes for electrolysis. They were doing kind of the opposite, in a sense, of basically using that as its like catalyst, or like it's like a battery reversal in hopes of it giving electrical currents. Okay, so does it have anything to do with ghosts?
Ghosts? No, I don't think so. I don't believe in ghosts.
What about other supernatural entities?
I don't believe in them either.
What not many known is necroplasm exists.
Great. What are we talking about? And why?
So, is this whole connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
You have any idea where this hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
He looks down, eyes tracing and piercing the pitch black heights above, but without much success.
Strange things may flourish in the dark.
Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to cease. I've named it the Swallow. And the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
This is where the Crab Man lives.
I know.
You don't think the Crab Man might be somehow responsible here?
No, I don't.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning. Her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
The research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
Well, that's all I wanted to know about this scary 2mm hole in the world for now.
Great. Thanks.
Hey, what about that 2mm hole again?
The Swallow, you mean? Thanks.
Alright, how do you feel about the anodic dance music?
What? I hate it.
What are you, 40? It's the future of dance, lady.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Right. But how do you feel about the club for anodic dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What do they want to build then?
Take a guess, why don't you?
A youth center would be nice. Petting zoo, maybe? Maybe some community space to help the elderly? I'm still convinced they want to build a nightclub for anodic dance music. That's what they said. It's their dream.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Not a paying job, but could you help me contact Coalition Warship Archer?
Do I look like someone who has time for side projects at this moment?
Doesn't even look up from the computer.
If you want her help, maybe you should help her first.
Alright, I'll let you work then. Huh. Interesting. Swallow. Looking around. Okay. Not too much here. But at some point I want to go back to the whirling because I want to get my freaking sing on.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
No.
Cold wind seeps in from the crack in the glass. Snowdrifts cover the floorboards at your feet. Above, you feel her multicolored eyes on you, inspecting you, as if under a microscope.
No, I'm not your bug.
As that bitter thought passes through your head, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder with 3 fingers.
I'm not doing the cross either.
Good call. She left us all in the shits. Don't give her a single thing. Just stand there in the apricot-colored light of the window, secretly grinding your teeth. The woman smiles her distant smile, unmoved, struck in half by the crack in the glass. Serves her right. She only cares about her sovereign's orb and her silk robes and getting to the aerodrome on time. To leave.
Let's try it. 3/4 of the chance to fail? Who cares?
It's a mystery. A mystery sprinkled with self-pity and regret. For some reason, unknown to your mind, looking at her delicate eyes makes you feel like you're ready for drowning. Your heart knows, but it does not want to say, not yet. Let these things be unknown for now. All you know is,
oh, frick,
this is the young mother of humanity, and that you should go. Do something else. Escape her sad, worry-worn look.
I failed before. Let's see if I can unfail this one.
The shards glimmer in the dark. You see little pearls of light on the edges of the crack that splits the female figure. Something was written there. Remains of broken letters line the emulsion. What it said, you do not know.
Who is this, Kim?
It's Dolores Day. The old woman was right. This is the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the Small Pinewood Church in some records.
You knew this place.
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Ravachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
What else you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
You look at the machine lying around. So an interesting thing, I don't know if you know this, or how common knowledge this is, but a lot of the people that, came from, Europe and stuff and settled in, North America, when they came over, they used their ships and they took their ships and disassembled them and made them into churches, a lot of them. So a lot of really old churches on the East Coast in North America will be 300-year-old churches made out of the wood of these old ships. It's interesting. Resourceful.
A pang of guilt. The lieutenant is leaving something out.
Do you know why it is abandoned?
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces. The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here.
Who conducted this raid?
Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure.
Not sure.
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them.
Man, 300-year-old churches? Yeah, well, not all of us have the plunders of the Crusades going through. So, actually, I was recently learning, and I still might be a little bit wrong on the, whole religious, thing, but, I hear the difference between, Protestants and, the Catholics, which is apparently the big divide in them, so I could be wrong, though, is that a lot of it is, who they believe. So the Protestants believe in, the Bible as the authority, whereas the Catholics believe in the Pope, and somewhere along the lines, that makes it so the churches are way more extravagant for the Catholics, because somewhere along the line, the popes were like, yo, we should spend some money on our churches to make them look legit. So a lot of, these really big, ornate fancy churches are Catholic churches for that reason, apparently. I thought that was interesting because a lot of like these Protestant churches are a lot more modest. So they would like have just like a basic church and stuff or whatever, and like whatever, because a lot of it comes down to their modesty. Whereas, yeah, apparently the art and stuff is a Catholic thing. It's interesting. It's interesting. So you'd see, like, I guess this art here, this giant stained glass thing, is more aligned to a, and like the ornateness of this church is more aligned to a Catholic church than a Protestant church, I would imagine, due to just the ornateness. But I think that's how it works, if I remember. I had to do more research into it. It is interesting. I'm not very religious, but I do find it interesting, the lore and the mentality of the whole religious thing. Also, it's interesting here. Look at this illuminated lungs. Interesting symbolism. Anyways, whatever. Anyway, whatever. I don't remember being here.
I am pretty sure it was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything more about it, why it was conducted, or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
If I was here, I should find out what I was doing here.
Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten. It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now.
Okay, so it looks like I've done this area. Talk to Crabman. So now, I want to go sing some karaoke, because it's in the game at 6 o'clock. Or, it's either 6 or 7 or something when a lot of people there, and I want to go sing some sad songs. Can't wait to sing. Some of our churches are nearly 1,000 years old. Jesus. In the UK? Really? 1,000? Well, I'm surprised a little bit about that. It's like, is it actually that old? 1,000? What can I say? I have a New World mentality. I hear 1,000 and I'm like, are you sure? Because like when I think 1,000, no, that's a totally reasonable. Actually, no, I'm thinking about it. The freaking Magna Carta was the 1200s. Yeah. 1,000 years. Yeah. Crazy. I don't know where I am. Okay. Oh. Running around. Okay, I need to get back to the whirling. But there's no fast travel. So I actually have to run. God. Norman Conquest was... Yes, that's right. So I've actually only recently learned a little bit. Like, I've actually been learning a little bit about, like, I can't pick up that leopard print thing. Like, I was learning about... Because I was interested in why it is that the English language... Because I speak English. And that's just because, like, the only language I was learning, right? But it's interesting, because English is kind of like an amalgam language that was influenced by all the different, like, Latin, Germanic, and all those different languages over there, and it got changed. And apparently the Norman conquest or whatever was like a big deal in the English thing, because a lot of the words that have fancy jobs or like the bureaucracy and stuff, like, was apparently adopted from that time. And that's why a lot of fancy words like what's the word I'm looking for, like entrepreneur and all that, all these like French derived words were from like this noble class that they took from there, and then they kind of adopted into their society or whatever. And I found that really interesting. That like, or actually, wait. I think what actually triggered me into looking into it was, I was like, why is it that pork and beef are named different than like pig and cow? Why is it that I don't eat cow, but I eat beef? And why is it I eat pork and not that? And that apparently was because the fancy lads were often, like the administrators and stuff were French, and the serfs and stuff who served them were like, I guess the English people. And they wanted a distinction from their food so they can feel fancier. They're like, yeah, I don't eat pig, I eat pork. And they're like, oh, I don't eat beef, pig, or cow, I eat beef. Both. Right? Yeah. That's why cow is a cow on the field, but beef in your plate. Exactly. And apparently those servants or whatever were like, oh, I want to be a fancy French guy. So whenever they went home, they're like, haha, guess what this is? Beef. And I found that to be absolutely crazy. I was like, that's insanity. Like, such a crazy... Ooh, what's this? 20 cents? Don't mind if I do. Yum, yum, yum. But yeah, I find that absolutely crazy. That, like, because people just wanted to seem fancier. Oh, what's this? Oh, I forgot about this trap. I gotta make sure that there's no things.
Apparatus lies among the reeds. Another one of Morel's traps, weighed down by stones to keep it in place.
I'm just gonna straight up reach in.
This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
Exactly, Posh. Oh, actually, someone told me about Posh. One of my friend's mothers, who is also English, they said the reason why Posh was because it was like the rich people could go port side out, and like apparently how it was leaving the port. It was like port side out, and then you'd come starboard home, and that's where the origin. I don't know if it's real. This is like the what I heard why Posh is the word. But it was like port side out, meaning that you'd be on the shady side of the boat when you'd go out, where the rich people would sit. And then, like, starboard home, meaning you'd be on the shady side home. I think that's a myth, though. Yeah, I remember them telling me it, and I was just, that's really, it's cute, but I'm not too sure if it's actually real. But I like to think in my head canon that that's real a bit. Like, oh, Posh, look at them. They can get the fancy side of the boat. Oh, look at you. Like, and it also is funny to think that that's like the zeitgeist of people back in the day. That's how you would distinguish wealth. Wow, look who can sit in the shade all day. Ate meat, but poor people couldn't afford it, and I only saw it in the field. Yeah, that's right.
Another empty trap.
That's just a myth. A Posh myth. Let's see, going to the next one. Is the lucky one.
Yep.
Okay. So I am near the bridge, meaning I'm near the whirling. Wait, am I near the whirling? Wait, is this the bridge? Yes. Yes, this is the water lock. That's the store. I'm excited. Yeah, you're right about that. It isn't. It's fine. It's funny because you, like, I use language all the time to talk, but like, it's funny when you actually analyze it. Like, and there's always like little things about it. Like, I used to always think English and whatever language, whatever, boring. It was just like whatever. But I've grown to appreciate it more, and how it's technically infinite, but also bounded by, you know, having a finite amount of words, but you can have infinite, like, different, like, things. How do I do this? Time. Oh, maybe it's not late enough. Oh yeah, this guy. I was supposed to get composure for him.
Hi again, Gendarme.
Him and his Sunday friend.
Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Yeah, gotta get my composure up. If you're interested, look for the book Through the Language Glass. It's fascinating, interesting. So yeah, like Christian, like he's all about that language stuff and his like books and whatever. And we often talk about like little funny things. Yeah, I find language to be kind of fascinating. Also, I'm good at it. I've just mastered the English language, and that's what makes my words all funny. Jesus. Where the heck? Okay. Check this out. I got an idea. Genius idea. Look at this.
Hi again, Gendarme.
It's the sports.
Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Damn you. Damn you. Okay. What? Skill cap reached? No! Frick! If I knew this was the case, I wouldn't have so half-heartedly just thrown it away. Ah. Through the language glass. I am kind of interested. That's somewhere. I think I'm interested in language. Language is so interesting. Yeah. Especially the English language. Another thing that's interesting about language is that, so I don't know about this. Do you think, when you think, you hear your thinks? Some people don't. Some people, I'm not gonna say any names, lie, and they say they don't hear their own brain. They don't hear internal dialogue. I'm not saying they're liars, but I think they're just wrong and evil people. No, but, I do. I think, like, my brain talks. And I know it's me. Like, I talk to myself. That's how I go through the world and, like, see things. I'm like, oh, look, is this a mouse? Yes, it is. Okay, I know what a mouse is, right? Like, that's how you process. You do things. And the thing about language that I find interesting is that, like, I wonder if I knew more vocabulary, if I could speed my brain up even more, right? To be able to associate even better. By having, like, cryptic, totally kind of, like, words, like, in my brain to basically make it quicker. Be careful when reaching the cap for skills. I solved off my second playthrough because I couldn't retry a check. Oh, frick. Okay, I will be careful. I'm glad that happened, though. Okay, this guy. I'm gonna pay him his money.
Hey, was there something you needed?
About my bill for tonight.
You're already set for the night. Your door is unlocked.
Okay, bye. I can sing karaoke. That's what the book is about. Does the language you speak affect how you think? Yeah, I genuinely believe that. Okay, I know this is going to be a tangent. This is going to be the last tangent before I figure this out, but I'm going to tell you my things. Because my brain is a machine that can figure out patterns. So when I was young, my brain was disorganized, so it was just firing like crazy. And somewhere along the lines, those patterns found language that allowed my brain to, instead of using these chaotic firings, to recognize patterns and then use that to understand the external stimuli in my life, right? So my thinks is that if I have a more refined, more efficient, optimized, in a sense, way of doing that, I should be able to make it so my brain, in essence, is more efficient time-wise. So I'll be able to get from conclusions to places in a rational, linear way, more efficiently. It's kind of like a highway almost, or like a fast pass or something. But I use language. So I have an example of this that I always use. Is that like when you're describing the collective minds of people and stuff. If you're speaking only English, you require you to be like, okay, the collective minds and thoughts of the population of people and how people generally think. So that gets across, but that took me however long. But if I said like that German like zeitgeist, see, that encompasses the same meaning and stuff, but in a small concise word. So I could use that as a shortcut in my brain to be like, oh, okay, instead of saying, oh, the collective thought of people, I'll be like, oh, the zeitgeist, right? And it allows you to go. So it's interesting. So I always think to myself, if I could speak all languages and stuff, right? Like, how efficient could it be? Could there be an efficiency language that like uses it all? Because all languages is just like object-oriented, really. Like, I'd say a grunt. Like, all these are grunts right now. To a bear, or a salamander, or a mantis, they would hear me going, rah, 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 the same as that I hear like a dog going, rah, 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 right? Like, it makes no sense to them. They don't have the language to have the linearity to match it all up, right? But I do. It's interesting. Let me see. If people speak gendered languages, see feminine objects more graceful. That's true. I think what that is projecting human bias onto the world, which is also what we do, which is in language. Because we project how we see the world, and how we see the world, I guess, as animals, even pre-language and stuff, is just like, you kind of just see another animal, and you're like, hey, I get this, right? And like, you just have like this cartoon image in your mind, and you go through. And that's what animals do in humans. And I guess we're just a little more elegant with the way that we're able to express the internal circuitry firing more than other animals, right? But yeah, it's interesting. Like gendered language I always find interesting. Like Spanish and like French and the Latin languages have that heavily. That they gender their things. So it's interesting. Going around gendering crap. Like, look at this. What name would you give a Nintendo Switch, right? Like, the reason I would say that this is a male, because like imagine like, okay, let's say like you had to rebuild language or something and like you had to name everything or whatever, and I had to name this. Like, I would say, because of my preconceived notions of just like the modern society currently, I would say that this is a male object, even though it does have rounded curves and stuff, purely because it's technology. And I think technology in the zeitgeist, for whatever reason, is seen as like this male thing. I don't know why. It's like, oh frick, this thing's got screws and like metal in it and like plastic. Ah, that's male trap. So it'd be like le switch in French, right? It's interesting. I do find that interesting. Norwegian game consoles are male, books are female. Take that how you will. Okay, let me take that how I will. Video games are cool. Video games are just like the toxic masculine version of a book. Like, I could read Disco Elysium the book. It'll be whatever. This is just like the perceived masculine version. It's ridiculous. It is weird. It is weird when you start to gender objects. It's odd. It is an odd thing. Where do you draw the line? It kind of reminds me of like an old dictionary entries, and it's like, what is a horse? And it's like, a horse, everyone knows that, right? So the writer has this like bias that everyone knows a horse. You don't even have to describe it. A horse, it's a horse. Everyone knows it. You don't have to describe it at all. Anyways, so we've gotten to a point where it's 6 p.m. Actually, all newish words in Norwegian are either male or genderless. The female gender has slowly disappeared from Norway. It happened to Sweden last year. Last century. I was just like, okay, I like my... like, Jesus. That's some bros before hoes level freaking language right there. They're like, we're not gonna add feminine language anymore. Are you kidding me? That's so funny. What are new words? Like new words that could be used that like never been used before. There's new compound words. There's new things. There's new concept like AI, like artificial intelligence. But those are words that were around before. Nintendo's a brand. Nintendo's a name. It's a brand. It's not a word. Is Nintendo... No, it's not. It's... Yeah, it's a brand. Person play... Wait, names? Names? How genders get signified in Norwegian is with articles. Brand names are words. But I don't... Like, I would find Nintendo to be Yeah, interesting. Interesting. See, this is an interesting conversation we're having right now about the idea of gendered word. Like, who's the authority? Who's the authority? Like, especially for new words. Like, I would always say for, like, the N Nintendo is a Nintendo. A book is a book. But for me, when I see that, I don't see that as a gender thing. I see that kind of like as a, what's the word? When you like use a or an. Like a, you would use for like, without a vowel or consonant and stuff. That's how I see it. Okay, so I want to see what Szaki said their experiment. They did an experiment with people from languages that gender bridge as masculine and who gender it as feminine, and asked them to describe the same bridge. They used words typical gender they saw on the bridge, like a strong versus elegant. That's interesting. That is very interesting. See, so that's interesting in the sense that but that kind of almost makes sense, because if you're speaking and you have gendered objects, then when you gender them, what it does is it primes you to have those words lined up, right? So when you think of like a gendered thing, you think of the good qualities of it. So good qualities of feminine is like elegant, smooth, you know, curves, something like that, aesthetic, not necessarily functional or whatever. But when you think of like masculine things, you think of strong, really purpose, like a freaking saw or something, right? Yeah, that's how it works in English, but in Norwegian, we changed an article depending on gender of the word. That's interesting. That's interesting. Freaking England. Wait, okay, so English is like it's like the cool kid on the block who got it all. So I guess Norwegian, you said they were from Denmark. So they speak something. Saw is female in certain dialects. Interesting. Also, the time has stopped in this game. What the hell? I need it to be later in the day so I can freaking have more people there to listen to me sing. I like this tangent, though. We're just talking about language.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench.
God damn you. Okay. Wait. It's 6 p.m. That's kind of early for karaoke, but you know. English is quite a lot of Scandinavian language because of Vikings. Of course, of course. Those Vikings. The Van face the Viking. Yeah, there was an ad around here that said verbatim that. Those jolly Vikings.
You see ahead,
touch the door.
The kobold, old kobold.
Is there more people, or is this maximum amount of people? Look, there's a few. 1, 2, 3. I was hoping to have like a crowd to watch me be sad. I think this is it. Okay. Well, if that's the case, okay. Gotta make myself look legit. Where is my drama gear? Oh, it's gonna be so dramatic. Nah. What is the Kingdom of Conscious? Whoa. Whoa, this is definitely the dramatic one. With the word all written up. Oh my god. Here we go. Oh yeah, this is looking good. Why not? There are more. I think I'm failing the karaoke check is better. Really? Look how good I look. Oh, there we go. There we go. Trying to get. Wait, if I wore no pants. Whoa, there we go. Here we go. I think I got this. Now we got a guy who's looking good. Well-dressed man. Look at the state of Harry. Freaking let's see here. So we got like the ceramic gloves, a garbage bag, no pants, knee-high boots, freaking crowbar, and a straw hat and a kimono with a mesh shirt and a bow tie. Like how could I fail? Hope there's no kids watching. I hope there are kids watching.
Hey,
I want to show them what a good show is. Gart, I need to sing karaoke now.
No, you don't. It's not happening.
He tries not to look at you. It's dangerous to acknowledge the karaoke man.
Holy crap. Yeah, but look him in the eyes. Johnny Law is about to tear it up in a sad style. Why do you even have a PA system if no one's going to use it? It's part of my quest of self-discovery. Help me. This is a way of apologizing for my trouble I've caused. Please let me say I'm sorry. You're right. This is not the right time. No, this is it.
The whirling doesn't need more sad style. That's one of the styles it can do without right now.
Freaking, why do you even have it?
It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
Go on.
A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
Oh, prop? It's for your clients. I know how it's used.
Okay, yes, it's for some clients.
So, I'm a real client. I pay my bills, and I have the right to use this karaoke machine.
Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
That's all right. I got my own song. And I like pick it up. And I'm like, I got my own. Give him the tape for the smallest church in Saint-Seine.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown. Hard. This is the look of a man who's defeated. He knows he's out of excuses.
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
Oh yeah. Time to do the damage.
Yes. Oh god, yes. Ahem. Excuse me. Is everyone here?
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Alright. Look, Kim. I'm gonna sing some karaoke.
I can see that.
The 10 steps away is ready for your performance. Put your lips against the microphone to test it.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you just sing into it? Where should you stand? Hands. Where do you put your hands? There are some people out there, but mostly a post-meridian slumber has fallen on the premise. Not super lively. It would be wiser to perform in the evening, no? But the choice is yours. Yes, you can always do it in the evening. It will be less scary with a lot of people.
What? I want to do it in the evening. Okay, wait. How do I get to the evening? Kim, can you frig off so I can wait on a bench for a while?
Yes?
Bum around and talk to people. Yeah, I'm staying dressed like this because freaking I put on all this effort to put on these clothes. I'm not gonna be ready to go around not dressed like this. They have a problem with it, they could deal with it. Gotta go talk to this racist lorry driver.
Looking for something?
What's his argument about?
Not.
Change the topic.
Whoa!
The way he says it makes it almost sound like a threat.
I get it, someone has to be a popular guy, so you're racist, makes sense. Second thought, let's talk about something else.
Suit your...
Or play Suzery with Kim. How do I do that? Read a book? How do I can read a book? How? How? How doth I do it? Buy it from the bookshop. Get out of my way, little girl. Okay.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Storekeep, what board games do you have here?
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Raubritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family?
Do I have friends? Look at Lieutenant.
Are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
I don't feel as though I have any kids.
Friends are technically like family.
Huh.
For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty.
Ooh.
It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
12 real?
Wonderful choice, sir. A wholesome family game.
Alright.
Yes?
You want to play?
In your hands, you hold a brand new copy of the game, Suzerainty. It's snugly wrapped in a skin of plastic. The cover features a charming illustration depicting a mass of grinning laborers loading goods onto a ship, while a richly dressed administrator oversees their work.
Shake it.
The box has a nice heft to it. You hear the rattle of individual wooden tokens and feel their weight shifting back and forth. What treasures wait in store for you? Even before you open it, you can tell that this will be a meaty game of grand strategy and complex player interaction. The plastic wrap rips off as easily as a bodice in a tawdry historical romance.
Open the box.
There's a hiss as the lid slides off. Inside, you find a thick, full-color rulebook and more than a dozen pouches of various wooden components.
Let me take a little look-see-poo at this book.
Welcome to Suzerainty, a game of economic strategy for the whole family. The rulebook is sumptuously illustrated and thick as a Gradian novel.
Economic strategy? More like rapturous plunder and exploitation, am I right? Oh my god. Please. Please. Just load. There we go. Got it. Oh! Yes.
The colorful illustrations depict cheerful workers picking apricots, hauling marble sculptures
hey,
out
why are you going again?
And harvesting a strange magenta-leafed plant. Everyone is smiling.
Okay, keep reading.
The instructions are opaque at first and introduce many concepts you're not familiar with. Fortunately, there are many diagrams and examples throughout. You soon figure out the basic conceit. Each player represents an administrator for the suzerain of Revachol. Your objective is to increase the suzerain's wealth and renown by accumulating victory points.
Jared the video game? Get wealth, victory points? How do you accumulate victory points?
That's where the suzerain's vassals come in. The game features 4 vassal nations, each one home to an economically important resource. Each turn, the player collects resources from vassals where they've placed workers. They may then rearrange their workers, fulfill contracts for coin and bonuses, or build structures back in Revachol. As you leaf through the pages, your eye catches on a sidebar labeled Advice for Beginners.
Sounds like a crunchy Euro game, as you just wring your hands together and smile. Read the advice.
Remember, there are many paths to victory in Suzerainty, but successful players will find one strategy and commit to it wholeheartedly. Boring, boring, boring. Tear up this rulebook and commit some old-school atrocities.
How is a winner determined?
The actual scoring system appears infinitely complex, with a series of tables and appendices required to compute each player's final victory point total. You skip that part for now.
Let's look at what's in here.
You open up a number of pouches containing wooden tokens. There are also several punch boards with other cardboard components that will need to be punched out before you can play.
I'm gonna punch these out.
Each cardboard token makes a satisfying ch as you pop it out. Soon, a neat pile of cardboard coins and counters has accumulated before you.
What? You're not going to offer to let me punch any of them out?
Check out these wooden tokens.
In addition to the worker and building tokens used by each player, there are also several piles of colorful resource tokens, each representing one of the game's 4 principal resources. From the Empire of Safre, orange apricot tokens. From Ilmarat, the ancestral name of Ilmara, gray marble block tokens. From the Seminine Islands, white sacks of sugar tokens. And from Supra Muindi and Sarah Maritza, magenta tokens for unprocessed cocaine leaves.
Whoa.
Oh, those are nice.
Put them
You
away.
hold the open game box before you.
You wanna play?
The lieutenant looks over the rulebook before he sees something that makes his eyes go wide.
Holy shit. The average playing time for this game is 1 to 6 hours. I'm not sure we can afford to set aside that kind of time for a game.
Let's fight.
What is detective work if not an elaborate game? You need logical inference, attention to detail, the ability to analyze your opponent's motives.
Come on, it might help us think of more creative solutions to the case.
I do feel like my thinking has become somewhat rigid. Maybe a little diversion to keep the mind limber is just what's in order.
See? He's doing the hard work himself. All he needed was a little nudge.
Alright, you've convinced me. How do we play?
I have the rules ready, I'll show you.
You explain the basic setup procedures to the lieutenant, who seems to be a quick study. You each take your bag of tokens and counters and unfold the board between you. In the center is the crown of Revachon. Radiating outward are her colorful vessels, each one supplying some raw material desired by the suzerain. Apricots from Safre, archaeological treasures from Ilmarat, sugars from the Seminine Islands, and magenta cocaine from Supra Muindi and Sarah Maritza. There's also a neat little log to keep track of your progress in case you need to put the game away and return to it later. The lieutenant goes first. He draws a contract card and moves several of his workers to the Safre territory of the board, and the others to the Seminine Islands.
Alright, detective, your turn.
You have a few options available to you. Will you try to fulfill contracts right away, or rearrange your workers to maximize production on future turns? Remember what the rulebook said. You'll want to choose a strategy early on and stay committed to it.
I'm gonna be cool with my guys. Let my workers rest.
What is the very beginning of the game? Your workers haven't even done any work yet.
Yeah, I'll let them rest anyways.
There's no concept of rest in suzerainty. Workers have to work. You produce a handful of archaeological treasures and a smattering of other resources. Meanwhile, the lieutenant spends 2 of his sugar and 1 of his apricot tokens to complete his contract card. He is rewarded with 4 coins and a round wooden token that he places in the center of the board.
That's a market. It's worth 2 victory points.
Hey, why don't I get one of those?
Don't worry, it was mostly just luck. You'll earn some points soon enough.
What is that patronizing tone? You're one of the suzerain's trusted administrators. You may need to put the lieutenant in his place.
I'm just gonna glower silently.
The lieutenant returns your baleful look with a satisfied grin. Come on, is that your game face? You're practically broadcasting your position to the lieutenant with that expression.
Jesus.
Glancing over the board, you see several possible strategies. Pressing more workers into service would increase your economic output and help you to survive a possible conflict with the lieutenant. Or you could ignore your labor supply and focus on fulfilling contracts for points and resources. What do you do?
Let's get him
Using your powers of persuasion, you convince more workers to join your cause. After several turns, your worker tokens greatly outnumber the lieutenants. A vast army of expendable labor is at your command.
Kill and eat them now. Gaze on your workers like a harsh but proud deity.
Too bad investing in your workers just isn't worth many points.
What do you mean?
Take a look at the scoring tables in the back. You see in Table 8C that investing in territorial infrastructure multiplies your final victory point total by 1, which is to say not at all. Whereas erecting monuments in Revachol gives you a multiplier of 5.
So you're saying the value of the ruling class are completely divorced from the well-being of the people who generate their wealth? Or you're saying I should treat my workers like disposable labor instead? So you're saying I messed up? I think this one.
Yes, precisely.
Now it's the lieutenant's turn to respond. He moves aggressively onto the Safre territory. Soon, his workers are producing a steady supply of extremely valuable apricots. How can you let the lieutenant dominate you like that?
I hate that.
You need to hit back, and hard. For several turns, you struggle to respond to the lieutenant's burgeoning apricot empire. Eventually, you relocate the majority of your workers to Supremawindi and Saramoritsa, where they begin producing a bumper crop of cocaine tokens.
Okay, I can always go back and make some cocaine. That's good.
You draw a new contract card. According to the text, there's an aristocrat willing to trade a large supply of cocaine for a number of coins and access to a rare bonus. Amplified music worth 7 victory points. Oh yeah, baby. Cocaine and rock music go together like cocaine and rock music.
That's right.
You've reached a critical strategic juncture. How do you respond to the lieutenant's aggression?
Rock and roll, baby. Go for the contract.
It takes several turns, but you slowly begin accumulating the cocaine necessary to complete the contract. When you do, it practically rains cardboard coins on your side. Feels good, doesn't it? But you know what would feel even better?
You're gonna say drugs, aren't you?
Drugs. Specifically uppers. You should find some the first chance you get. While you daydream about speed, the lieutenant has built himself a formidable economic engine of his own. The end game is upon you. How will you spend the vast resources you've acquired for the glory of the suzerain? Flipping through the manual, you find the most expensive structure in the game. The Revacholian victory column, worth 12 victory points. If you can successfully build it, victory would be all but assured. Alternatively, you could try launching a trade war to crush the lieutenant's economy, or you could blow all that money on a public education system for your worker tokens.
How is that gonna help me? What?
The choice is yours.
For the almighty Revachol! Public education? More like frickin' waste my goddamn money, am I right? Frickin', come on, please be ready. Oh, thank God, thank God. I'm getting better at that. Okay, good. I'm gonna go fascist. Go for the column.
Building the ultimate structure requires diligent economic planning, which you completely fail to do.
Damn my lack of education.
Rather than build a glorious monument to Revachol's economic superiority, you have to settle for a handful of post offices and school for the blind.
Oh no! Not post offices and school for the blind. That's the worst case scenario.
A risky gambit, detective. Sorry it didn't pay off.
Freaking dumb game. It's rigged. Rigged, I say.
Don't be a sore loser, detective. Your moves were your own. Now, let's tally up the scores, shall we?
You're lucky my freaking workers were too goddamn stupid.
Computing the final scores is almost a game unto itself. You each spend an inordinate amount of time making stacks of coins, consulting tables, and struggling with basic addition and multiplication.
It reminds me when I used to do homework Because, like, once you're getting so many formulas, basic addition and multiplication, once you're dealing with so many variables, like, those are the things that screw you up. I'm like, 2 times 3 is 6, right? And everyone at a table is like, yeah, I think so. It's like, okay.
After double, then triple checking your maths, you have your final score. 15 victory points. The suzerain will not be impressed.
I've got 26 points.
Wow.
Don't be glum, detective. There's always next time. Figuratively, I mean. There's no way we have time to play this game again.
Are you kidding me?
Now, let's clean up and get back to work.
You hold the open game box before you.
I want to play again. Because I'm trying to waste time.
Yes?
Let's try it again anyways.
The suzerainty box is heavy, and each cardboard token...
What? You're not going to offer to...
You hold the open game. Welcome to suzerainty. A game of economic stretch. The instruction. Yes. You soon figure out the basic conceit. You hold the open...
Okay, so it's almost 8 now. So what time is the evening in this game? Because I want to get to there. Oh, the lights are on. So it's 7:42. So it's almost 8. It was 6 before. So is it? Yeah, the lights are going on. It has to be the evening now. Oh, yes. Oh my god, yes. Look at all these people. They've all come here to watch me. It's finally happened. This is the reason we're here.
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Whoa. Why is my stuff all down? The hand conundrum? Too close to the mic? Hand conundrum? What does that mean? There we go. Do I need to wear pants? I got debuffs? Failing this check? Oh my god. Oh my god. I guess I'm gonna. You're right. Wait. I have levels. Yes. Yes. And I also have cigarettes. Smoke them. Smoke them. Let's open those smokes. Come on. God damn it. I'm gonna run outside, smoke, and then This guy's smoking inside! I sound like a kid. This guy's smoking, why can't I? Actually, why can't I? What? Use it. smoke. Okay. Fine. Whatever. Whatever. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna sing, and that'll be that.
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
This is it.
The air is thick with anticipation. Someone dims the lights as the music starts. A lump's in your throat suddenly.
Here we go. Oh, all been for this.
I would often go there.
I thought that.
To the tiny church there.
Oh.
The smallest church in Sansan. Though it once was larger.
This isn't even bad. This is good.
How the real may rest there.
Oh.
Down through the mist there.
My heart. My heart.
Towards the Seven Sisters. Towards those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there. In the tiny
This just sounds good.
yard there.
Oh.
I have been so glad here. Looking forward to the past year.
Oh, so good.
But now,
oh,
you're all alone. None of this matters.
the great thing about it is this. Oh, that was amazing. That was spectacular. That was just 10 out of 10. That was amazing. I would often go there to the tiny church there, the smallest church in Saint Celine. Though it was once larger. Wow. Oh, that was so good. How the real may rest there, down through the mist there, toward the Seven Sisters, toward those pale cliffs there. I would often say, in the tiny yard there, I have been so glad here, looking forward to the past here. But now you're alone, none of this matters at all.
Do you hear that? It's the most pathetic applause in the world, Harry, made of pity. No one liked you.
Say, you didn't like it, huh? I'm up here singing my effing heart out and I'm not good enough for you guys? Wow, F you. I gave my best and I gave it everything. You, wow. Ooh, the ancient reptilian brain. I love karaoke. I sound exactly like this guy. Meaning, I sound amazing. Ah, you didn't like it, huh? This is pretty much what I would say if I, after I did
Your words
that.
echo in the karaoke mic. People talk in the distance. A couple tries not to look at you.
Quit yelling into the mic.
Hey, hey! Yeah, this one.
You hear, or think you hear, uncomfortable shifting around. A bit of laughter, maybe. No one's saying anything.
I'm gonna unplug the mic now, okay?
Hey, you don't know what good singing is. This is real singing. I think about real stuff.
That's it. I'm unplugging it.
You press the stop on the tape carousel. You hear a little whine on the feedback, like, beep, and the mic dies in your hand.
Let's go, officer. These people wouldn't know a good performance if it beat them in the ass.
You liked it?
Detective Dubois. It was downright tragic. Now, let's go.
Oh, I love that.
I mean it, he thinks.
Put down the mic slowly, just like... Oh, that was amazing. That was amazing. And I did it. I accomplished my goal for the day. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. Oh, I love it. I love it. That was a wonderful, wonderful one. The stream's gone a little longer, but... Oh, actually, so... I did find out something that I'm thinking I'm gonna start doing for my YouTube videos of, like... Cause, like, yeah, you were mentioning this yesterday, Christian, about, cutting the, like, first 10 minutes of my audio off. And I found out it's not that hard. I think I might do it. Just slowly go through all my videos and cut off the first bit. Because that's more for the stream. Like, I set it up, like, a few, like, 10 minutes, because I usually drink a coffee and stuff. So I was thinking about that, because, like, I don't know, it doesn't really add anything. It's fine to get cut. It's kind of cool to see the songs, but whatever. It feels like it would make it a little more accessible for people to watch it instead of having to skip right away. I'm thinking about it. We'll see. We'll see. But anywho, this wraps up this one for today. We're getting closer and closer. Oh, this has definitely been a long time coming for this for the karaoke to finally happen. Also, you don't get hit with the content hand. No, you still do. You still do. Like I guess when I upload it, you'd still get hit with it. But I mean, I could just kill it either way. So, but thanks guys for coming in. And now, the end. So, get my waving ready. Say thanks. Yeah, watch the YouTube. Thanks for coming. And I hope everyone enjoyed the sad karaoke day. Gotta be impressive. Oh, man, thanks for coming to watch the stream, making it more fun. You brought the fun. This is from viewers like you. PBS. I'll see you soon. Make sure to get your laundry off the line. We don't want